Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Wednesday, December 5th, 2018, here with your free live show. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We got free picks every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com, as well as sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. Tell you what, still hitting the cover off the ball in the NBA. Perfect 3-0 in our premium picks. Can't say the same about our college basketball picks. I don't know. Early in the season, same thing happened to us in the NBA. We started slow, and then once we got into the swing of things, we were able to do a little better. There's so many college basketball games. No excuses. I don't know. Yeah, just thankfully we have those NBA picks that kind of make up for it. But things get better. It seems that every sport, I'm one of those guys where I'm a game watcher, so as the season goes on, the more games I watch, the better my picks get. And it's like some of these guys, I don't know, I think they get like these sheets of public money and all this other stuff, and they do all this stuff. That's why they enter their picks late. That's the difference between the way everyone has their own style. That's why people say, "Oh, you have all these different people. Why do your picks disagree?" That's why, because we all have different. We all have different ways of getting it done, and of course, there's no right or wrong way to get it done. Except that runs day to day. Some days it's like, this was the right way, and some days this was the wrong way. But hopefully, we're on the right way more than we're on the wrong way. I think that's the end goal. But I think generally we are. I think when it all comes down to the end of the season, and we're seeing that also with my NFL picks, we're seeing it in the NBA where I think most of the season it's like in the NFL. I'll kind of, have good week, really bad week, really good week, middle of the road week, and, it just happens throughout the season. And then usually like the last 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season, I just start taking names. And this season has been the same way in the NFL. We lost on Thursday. We were 8-1 on Sunday, and we lost on Monday. And I just had a bad feeling about Monday's pick. I did the research. To me, the game was a toss-up, and, when we saw Mark Sanchez walk onto the field, we knew we were dead. We knew it at that particular moment. And I had a bad feeling about that one going in. I even said it on the show. I said that too much public money on the underdog there. How can I find what the public's betting on? Well, you could pretty much look around the internet. Join our Facebook group. Here's a great idea. Join our Facebook group and see what most people are saying is a lock. That's always a good way to see what the public is on. The one that the people say is a lock, that means the public is all over them, and that's usually a very bad sign. But anyways. Yep, the premium picks on Sunday were money, and the NBA picks have been money too. I mean, yesterday we were 3-0 in the NBA in the premium picks. I think we hit everything but the dog of the day yesterday, and it's like yesterday was one of those days. There was 5 NBA games, right? So 3 of them I gave out as premium picks, and some of those were dogs. So it really gave me nothing to work with for dog of the day. I could have given out a college basketball pick, but honestly, those videos just aren't that popular. I didn't give out a premium pick on the Spurs, I'll tell you that much. I get my premium picks last night were Magic, Kings, and Mavericks. There's no Sports Chat Place picks. There's no such thing as that. There's no Sports Chat Place picks. There's whoever's name is on the article, that's whose pick it is. We don't have like a policy of this is whose pick it is. But I think in our new site redesign, I would like to state that somewhere. And, matter of fact, I'm going to write that down right now, and I'm going to talk to our team as soon as I get off this video. I'm going to tell them that we should make that crystal clear. I kind of have like one of those like things where you hover over it and it kind of pops up the box and says, this pick is, the opinion of the person that made the pick and, all that other good stuff. Anyways, I'm not seeing your, well, there you are. Hey, Indy, welcome to the show over on Facebook. I was going to say I don't see it. But, of course, we do free picks every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. Our best bets over at Sports Chat Experts. We have various packages available at sportschatplace.com Premium, Premium Plus. You'll have to check it out. I'll put the URL there for you on YouTube. But, I mean, if you go to sportschatplace.com, there's a million links to the premium area. And you can see we have all different packages available. But packages start at about $49 a week. So it's about $7 a day. It ends up being less than $1 a pick. And if you get the month, that's how much a week costs. The monthly is less than twice that cost. So it ends up being like 25 cents a pick or something. It's for us, the premium, the cost of the premium is never going to support our costs of the website. It's just, I don't know, we have to charge something because the other guys are. So I charge a lot less, but I charge a lot less than the other guys simply because I have to charge something. But, this is what you guys asked for. Here's the premium address. Okay, thanks for the correction. It is. I know it's confusing, and that's why I said it's something that we do need to clarify. It's something that not everybody understands. It's not like we all sit around in a room and say, okay, today's pick is the Clippers. It's not anywhere near that. It's actually, the person that writes that article, it's their pick. So I switched to this Ecamm software, and I think what's happening here is I kind of have some kind of zoom on here. It's irking me. So I'm going to try and figure this out while I'm talking to you guys, and we'll see if we can get it. Let's see. Camera. You know what? Maybe I'm on the wrong one, is what it is. There we go. Yeah, that's what happened. Is I was on the wrong camera. I'm using it's the one that was on. There we go. All right. Technology, not my forte. All right, let's get to a free pick. Sorry for wasting all that time, but at least we got some questions answered. Carrie, you can see my wife walking around in the background there. She hates being on video. She's going to pretend like it didn't happen, but it did. We saw her. Let's get to our first pick of today's show. Got the Warriors taking on the Cavaliers. The Warriors kind of, this has been the NBA Finals, right, the last several years. But, of course, one key figure missing in this one, a guy named LeBron James. Of course, LBJ over on the Lakers now, and like him or hate him, boy, he's doing some nice things over there with that Lakers team, really turning things around in a hurry. But irrelevant in this matchup, I'd say that the Cavs getting 11 points in this thing, and they kind of fit the profile of the teams that we've been on all season long. Because, and not all season, but just from what we do, our teams, the Mitch teams, the Sports Chat teams. If we don't have site picks, we don't have the site picks, but we certainly have types of teams that we lean to over the years. And I would say that the Cavs are one of those teams where they have a lousy record, but they're actually not that bad against the spread. 3-8 straight up at home, but 5-6 against the number at home. 5-5 in their last 10. Meanwhile, the Warriors are the opposite of that. They're the opposite type team, the team that's really good but horrible against the number. Now, we've been playing the Warriors kind of as a public thing, and you have to remember one thing that I was discussed with Tony on the podcast last night, and hopefully you guys get a chance to listen to our podcast. It's called Sports Pick Info, and it's available on iTunes, Google Podcasts, anywhere we can get podcasts, Stitcher, any of those places. It's called Sports Pick Info, and soon we'll have the podcast player on the site. But I think that So here's like Bill Perry just hit my point immediately here. When you're betting against the public, against everybody else that's betting. You're not betting on one team or the other team. You're not betting against anything. You're not betting who's the best team. You're betting against other people that are betting. That's really what it comes down to. So you have to go against the perception that the bulk of the people are going on. So 2 games ago when Curry first came back, a lot of people were, and I'm not saying everybody, and I hate when people say everyone, but I'm going to say a lot of people, what I was hearing was that, well, Curry's back, so the Warriors are going to be a lot better than they've been playing. And sure, you would figure that that would be the case. But unfortunately for the people that went on that assumption, the books take that into account when they're setting the lines. So the line was set too high. I mean, the Warriors ended up losing the game outright, so the line didn't really matter in that one. But it was like, the public perception is taken into account into that number. And, Curry playing, it's not like, oh, wow, the line's... So the line with Curry playing might be 15. The line without Curry playing could be 3. I mean, the line takes into account who's playing and who's not playing. This is not some big mystery. It's not some inside information. It is public information. Matter of fact, some sites even list that right on the odds. That's how public this information is. So, Steph Curry playing or not playing really doesn't matter. And then the second game back, because the Warriors had fallen flat on their face in that other game, we got huge value on them against the Hawks, whose defense is a sieve. And I had a premium pick on the Warriors because I knew that the public would lay off the Warriors after going on the Warriors the previous game, because the public has that short memory. They only go up, I just lost a bundle on the Warriors. I can't bet them again, right? It's like, and I think in this case, it's the opposite once again. The Warriors covered last time out, so the public is confident again in the Warriors. So we're going to bet against the public here, and we're going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers. 78% of the public on the Warriors in this game. 22% of the public bets on Cleveland Cavaliers, yet the line hasn't budged an inch. It's like normally 78% of the bets on one side, the line would at least move a half a point, 2 points even, right? 78% to 22%. That means the big money here on the Cleveland Cavaliers, you know what? Someone knows something. Let's go with someone. I'm going to take the Cleveland Cavaliers and my 11 points. That'll be the first pick for today's show. Hopefully the explanation, I didn't go too deep into detail there for you guys and, bore the living crap out of you. That's really not what the show is about. But I'm hoping that at least you guys kind of see that Curry playing, not playing, all that stuff, it's not top secret information. It's not inside information. It's none of that stuff. It's very public information that is taken into account when establishing the point spread. Anyways, we do free picks every single game, every single day. Our best bets over at sportschatexperts.com as well as sportschatplace.com, Premium Plus. My NBA picks at the premium area. I will say it. I will jinx myself. I will do whatever. On fire. On fire recently. The last few weeks, not just the last few days. The last few weeks have been absolutely on fire. Foreign kids saying, I get it. I feel you. And I think that's what we've learned in our community, in the Facebook community, that there are certain people that we kind of align our thinking with, and there are certain people that we don't align our thinking with. And some of those people I've been a little harsh on. So I know that I don't align with. Generally the teaser guys, right? The guy from England who puts these really long posts, really well-written long posts, and then it's like some crazy teaser that just doesn't even make any sense to me. I can't even comprehend the risk there. And then there's other guys like Foreign Kid where we're kind of we're not 100% in line on our picks, but a lot of times, at least we're thinking the same ways. And Derek, we're thinking the same ways, a lot of time, not all the time. Certainly I see picks out there that people post that I disagree with, even guys that I agree with a lot. And that's why I really have enjoyed the Facebook community, because when I first started, Sports Chat Place, it was originally just a college football site, and it was called College Football Place. And the reason why I started the site, my wife, you saw her walk by a couple times, she would even tell you the same story. I started College Football Place because I had a regular day job, and I worked in an office, and nobody liked sports. these were all like Ivy League, Harvard guys, Yale guys, whatever. They would rather play squash on a Saturday than watch college football. So I started the college football place just to build a community in a place where we could talk about college football. And we used to do college football chats every Saturday all day long. And I can't wait till we're able to do something like that. And I think that I will be doing something like that by next football season. I see other guys where they kind of watch the game and give their commentary of the game. And we're going to be doing something like that, but it's going to be spending an entire day watching all of the games with me. And, we'll do some kind of live interaction chat. And hopefully by then they have the technology where you guys can come on video and we can talk on video. You guys can ask live questions. All that stuff will be awesome. But anyways, we do free picks on every single game, every single day at Sports Chat Plays. Those are not site picks. Those are the picks of the person that wrote that article. We're going to have to clarify that on the news site. And I wrote it down, and it's, you're right. The time has come because it is confusing. But anyways, let's get to another free pick here for our show. Man, you guys know I've been really under the weather for about a month. And I'm feeling, it's like I feel good once in a while, and I feel really lousy a lot of the time. But it seems that during these shows, I definitely feel better. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys showing up. So we got the Dallas Mavericks up against the Pelicans. And so the Mavs coming off of that really dominating win. And we had them, of course, against Portland. It was never close. At the end of the game, Portland made like a slight run to make it look like we might have to sweat it out for a couple seconds, but they were never inside the number. I mean, they were absolutely terrible. Meanwhile, the Pelicans, it's been win one, lose one, win one, lose one for a while now. They had a streak of losses, but when you look at the losses, most of those were on the road against pretty good teams, close losses. When we look at the Mavericks, it is a building process, and it's going to be a process. And the thing about the Mavs is that they've won 5 of their last 6 games outright. Several of those as underdogs. Their one losses to the Lakers, it was by 11. Thing about this one is it's a back-to-back. And when we look at these wins that they put together, and really, it's more than just 5 of the last 6. It's 8 of their last 10 that they've won. But when we look at these 8 of the last 10, none of them are back-to-backs. So we have one team coming off of back-to-back. We have the other team not coming off of the back-to-back. So I don't love this game because we have been riding the you know what? You have to watch the replay. What we don't do is stop the show for one person. That's so rude, man. So rude. It's like, I don't get it. Well, I was busy, so the rest of the other 500 of you can just stop what you're doing while Mitch just caters to me. I mean, I don't even get the thought process there. Anyways, I'm going to take the Pelicans here. I just think that I don't like the back-to-back thing here for Dallas. I don't like that they're coming off of that big win either. And a lot of big wins in the hot play. I just think that when teams are hot like that, the public gets on board. And you guys know, if the public's on one side, I like being on the other. I'm going to take the I'll take the Pelicans here. So we have someone asking here about the Spurs and the Lakers. Quickly, I like the Spurs in that one, just a lean. I think, once again, public perception. Bill Perry's a guy I think I might be betting against a lot. No offense to you, Bill, but it just seems that you kind of go with what's in the view of the public, or we like to look at what's under the surface, and it's kind of like what we do at Sports Chat. You should join our Facebook group. I think you would really, really enjoy it and get into the discussion. And I tell you, I think it might change your opinion on a couple games. It might save you a couple bucks, and I think that your opinion might save us a couple bucks, because we always look for someone that kind of at least will show us the way, because we get so tunneled in on doing it, on saying, well, if everybody's doing this, well, then I want to do this, right? But I think that sometimes we kind of need someone to say, I know everybody's doing this, but they're doing this because of this. I mean, the Spurs do look tired, yeah, but they also have the coach that, owns the best player on the other team. Pop is LeBron's kryptonite. There's no other two ways about it. So it's a lean to the Spurs, just to answer the question. But anyways, of course, we do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Our best bets always over at sportschatexpert.com. Sean Higgs in the house in the Facebook group, and that's just the value of the Facebook group. Some of our handicappers, top handicappers, awesome. You had to take out a second mortgage. No disrespect, but I had to take a second mortgage on my house because of your picks last night. I was 3-0 in the NBA. If you had to take in my premium picks, if you had to take out a second mortgage on your house because of my NBA picks last night, then you don't know what you're doing. You should not be betting on sports. If you can't make money going 3-0 in the NBA on my premium picks, then you should not be betting on sports. So if you guys want to know how to make money betting on sports, find this guy, John Paul Lamb. John Paul Lamb. It's John Paul Lamb. Find him. Find out what he's betting on and bet the exact opposite. Because this guy obviously should not be betting on sports. Because you go 3-0 in the NBA and he can't make money. So there you go. Yeah, 0 for 6. I was 0 for 6. I was 0 for 6. Anyway, can someone tell me what the picks were on the show yesterday? That's funny. This is a guy who is shitty at betting, and he tries to blame it on other people. But my picks are 100% documented. So when you come out with a stupid, dumbass remark like 0 and 6, I mean, I can show you, my picks are documented. Go to Sports Chat Experts. All of my picks for the last 10 years are documented there. And, so saying something moronic like that, what we're going to do is we're going to find you, John Paul Lamb, and we're going to post your picture of you and your fat wife and everything. We're going to post it all on here, and we'll talk about you, and we'll just make things up. How would you like that? Or we'll post your phone number or something. Oh, what a dick. Anyways. Oh my God. It's funny that we still go through this thing every single day. Oh yeah, I had Notre Dame in college basketball. I gave out Indiana on the show. Yeah, 0 and 6. I gave out Indiana was definitely one of the picks. Notre Dame, that was a loser. What else did we give out? Oh, the Pacers. That was probably a loser. Oh well. Let's get to some college hoops. Oh, man. Every day, man. Every day. Funny. I let off the show saying my college basketball has not been so good. That's why we have other experts. Sean Higgs, Brian Bittler. These guys, I really appreciate when the other handicappers join in the discussion and join in our Facebook group. So you guys get to know them better. It's not just the Mitch show, it's like Sports Chat Experts, Sports Chat plays picks and parlays. We're all, it's like, it doesn't even make sense. Oh man. Let's look at some college hoops. I have 3 premiums in the college hoops. I gotta say my picks have been a little on the cold side. But, let's look at some of these. What the hell? So we have, oh man, my college hoops are so bad. Lately, I just want to, I'm trying to find somewhere to hide. So Illinois taking on Ohio State. Illinois just 2 and 6 this season. 30% of the public on Illini in this one against the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes 7 and 1 so far this season. 2 and 0 against the number on the road. 5 and 3 against the number, while Illinois just 3-5 against the spread. But one thing that we have to remember, we'll do Gonzaga, Washington next. So the thing that we have to remember about Ohio State, so they beat Minnesota last time out by 20, and that was at home, but they lost at home to Syracuse. They beat Cleveland State, Samford, South Carolina State. They had the win at Creighton, which was impressive, and the win at Cincinnati, which was pretty impressive. Meanwhile, Illinois, 2 road losses, Notre Dame by a point, and at Nebraska by 15, which really not as bad as it sounds. So then they were here in Maui. They lost to Xavier, Iowa State, Gonzaga, Georgetown. So Illinois 2-6. But let's look at the schedule. I would say the toughest schedule in the entire country. They played Missouri Valley State, and that's one of their wins, and Evansville is their other wins. But the losses are Georgetown, Gonzaga, Iowa State, Xavier, Notre Dame, and Nebraska. That is the heavy. How can I buy your premium picks? You can get them either at sportschatexperts.com or sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. I'll put the link. Or there you go. I kind of like Sports Chat Experts because someone's always hot. Like I said, my college hoops has been lukewarm at best on a good day. I think Saturday we had a winning day in college hoops, but yesterday was just a disaster. But we hit every NBA pick, so kind of washed. But anyways, I'm going to take Illinois here. It just seems that it's a conference game, a home game, and Illinois battle tested here. I think they at least put up the fight, cover the spread, getting 5.5 at home. That'll be our pick for this one. And then someone asked Gonzaga, Washington. I don't have a premium pick on that one, so let's go to it. And this one at Gonzaga, 16-point favorites for the Zags. And this is a very good Gonzaga team. I mean, every year we say, wow, I think this is the best Gonzaga team that they've ever had. It seems that we're saying that every single year, and this year, no different. Just another really good Gonzaga team. They beat Duke. And, it's okay. You guys don't need to tell me, about my things. I know in this show, 5-0, 3-0, we've had tons of winning days. And losing days are going to happen, as we've discussed over the past, couple of years since we've been doing the live show. The bigger the schedule, the better the record generally is. Because this way we get to pick and choose, while, a day like yesterday, I had given out the dog of the day, plus there was 5 NBA games. I'd done the dog of the day, I'd done 3 NBA premium picks, and left us 1 game on the show. You ask any handicap or any person, it's like, this specific game, it's like, it doesn't necessarily fit, the game that we would like. But we don't need to defend ourselves, even though we do every single day about this stuff. It's easy to take pot shots. Anyways, Gonzaga, 8-0 on the season, 4-0 at home, 4-0 against the spread, 7-1 against the spread, while Washington kind of disappointing here at 6-2, but still a very good team and not getting a lot of respect in this one. We have to remember that this one is also kind of a regional game, and Gonzaga averaging 98 points a game at home, while defensively allowing 71. Meanwhile, Washington only allowing 66 points a game. So we kind of have the good defense against the good offense, but Washington's defense, when they hit the road, not nearly as good. Of course, they have that loss to Minnesota, 68-66, win over Texas A&M. So they've played some decent teams as well. The big one to me is that 88-66 loss to Auburn. I know it was only the second game of the season, but man, you lose by 22 at Auburn. It's a 10-point dog. Set yourself up here against Gonzaga. I know that the books are less than enthusiastic about giving the public a bailout game here, especially at this point at night where there is going to be heavy action on this game. I'm going to say it's a lean to Washington here with the points. I just think that the books are not going to give the public the easy out. And I think, it has little to do with the actual numbers or anything like that. I think just to me, it's not a game that I'm playing. It's not a premium pick. It's not anything like that. I'm just going to say hunch. And I know, I wish if Higgs is still here or Brian Bittler or someone, I'd love to hear their opinion here. Maybe they'll leave it in the Facebook group. So we'll put a post in the Facebook group about this game. I'll I'll personally post it. But I'm going to take Washington in the points. I just think that, the timing of this game being the late night game, I don't think the books are going to give the public an easy bailout, because college hoops has been tough. It's been rough. And, the NBA is always rough on the public. So why would the books give them, the last game of the night an easy layup? It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to go on that alone. I'm going to take Washington plus the points. We took Washington plus the points. We took Illinois. We took the Spurs in a lean of leans, just answering a question from the group because I kind of rambled on about some other stuff. So I felt obligated to give another pick in a game that I really didn't have a pick in. We took Cleveland Cavaliers, and we took the Pelicans. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everyone. I know you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to the live show, videos, all that other good stuff. And I appreciate it that you guys continue to keep us as part of that day. Wow, half-hour show. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow.